Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Piyush and in this video I'm going to show you how you can create a well-crafted resume to apply for a Faang company, especially for Google. So this video was created keeping in mind students, recent graduates or even an IT professional with several years of experience. So make sure to watch the video till the end because I will be sharing all the tips and tricks that you need to know that would be helpful in getting a job interview at Google. So without any further ado, let's get into it. First and foremost, let me start with resume basic. So most of you would have already know about this, but I'm just sharing the details just in case. So make sure your resume is as simple as possible. So avoid using any design templates, any colorful templates, or even your profile picture in the resume. We don't need that. Keep the font size readable and make sure to use the black or dark color ink for the font color so that it is easily readable. Use bullet points and avoid using paragraphs. Include the details that are relevant to the job and avoid using any extra details. Do not include any references in the resume unless it's been asked for, which they don't really do that, but avoid using that in the resume. Now the second part is length of the resume. So if you are a student, a recent graduate, or someone who is just getting into IT, so make sure your resume does not go beyond one page. Keep it to a maximum of one page. I will show you how you can do that. And if you are an IT professional with, let's say, many years of experience, then try to keep it to a maximum of 2 pages. Now you must be wondering, if I have, let's say, 10 plus years of experience, how would I keep it 2 pages? Well, it's not that hard, but I will show you how you can do that. So stay tuned in the video and I will share you every detail. Now the next part is formatting of the resume. Make sure your resume does not have any spelling errors. You can use Grammarly tool, or even it has its Chrome extension that you can use to proofread it. Make sure the formatting of the resume is consistent throughout the pages. You can use bold or italics to highlight the programming languages, skills, or any particular use case that is relevant to the job description. You can provide the Word document as well, .doc or .docx file to the recruiter, but PDF format is always preferred. Now let's quickly have a look at the resume structure. Okay, so first let's have a look. If you are a student or a recent graduate, then this should be the format that you will be using. Your name and your email address, your contact details on the top of the page. Then on the right side, on the top right corner of the page, your GitHub URL, your portfolio, like this is optional, but if you have a portfolio website, then feel free to use that, and your programming languages, like your top skills. So make sure you don't really put the long URL, just hyperlink it on top of the text. Right now, if you are a student, it starts with education as the first section, so you can put that in the format your university or college and then your degree, and on like in front of it, make sure to write the start and end of the degree with in month and year format, like August 2009 to June 2012, or you can, like, if you are currently pursuing your degree, then you can write present instead of the date. If you are a working professional, the first topic should be your work experience in the same format. And now this time, like it applies to student as well, make sure you write your job title, company, organization in this format, and then your date of starting. And if it is your current job, then write present to the end date, write present at the end date, and try to write that in this format, like accomplished act as measured by Y by doing Z. Example of this would be implemented an end-to-end CI/CD to automate the build and deployment process of GKE cluster using GCP code build and Argo CD. You see I have marked these two services in bold because these are the top skills required for this job that I have completed and written over here. And this is like what we are trying to do. We have implemented end-to-end CI/CD. This is your X, and then to automate build and deployment process of GK, this is your Y, and using these two tools, this is your Z. So make sure you provide those details clearly. In the same way, let's say in your next example. So this is your first job, then this is your second job, right? In this as well, like I have used the same example, but instead of using this format, I have used the similar format and added some data to it, like 1 hour of saving per day. So I have created a productivity app in Python. This is just an example. So I have created a productivity app in Python that eliminated the manual reporting work, resulting in 1 hour saving per day. So you know that the more data you include in your resume, it will have a better impact, because you know Google is all about data. So that's what you need to showcase to them, like yes, you care about the data. And in the similar way, you can add your third company, fourth company, and so on. Now, how would you restrict it to 2 pages if you are an IT professional? Make sure to include only the details that are relevant to the job. You know, you can just write it down as per the job description and you tailor your resume as per that. So yes, it could be tough, creating the resume as per the job description, but it will make your resume stand out. So yes, there'll be some efforts to it, but it will all be worth it, right? So after the work experience, you write your leadership and awards, right? In the same format, X as measured by Y by doing Z. And in this, you can mention the awards and recognition that you got of people who identified themselves as a true leader. Like you should have those capabilities to lead from the front and, to guide others as well. So make sure you write that in the same format, all the recognitions and awards. And then your education, like if you are a student, we have already seen it should come as the first point, but over here, if you are a working professional, it comes as the third point. And rest of the sections are same in student as well. So I'm discussing only here. And then we have an optional final section. In this section, you can same format as before, and in this you can list down your community contributions, your open source contribution, your participation in student groups, publications, research paper, conference presentation, anything that you do for the community or to upskill yourself, or anything that has a impact. This impact wouldn't necessarily be on the organization that you are working with. It could be for the wider community, it could be to some others as well, but it has some relevancy to the job. This is the main structure that you should follow for creating the Google resume. Now let's go back and see what else you can add in the student section. So over here, as we see, like with the working professional section, we added the work experience, but what to write over here if you are a student? So you can write all the relevant experience. It doesn't have to be a work experience. It can be, the personal projects that you have worked with, the hackathon that you took participation in or that you have won, and all the group project, all the personal projects we have already mentioned. So anything that you have done to, upskill yourself, or anything that you have contributed as part of your learning process, everything can come under this work experience section. And rest of the section are pretty much the same. You can also mention your open source contributions over here in the experience section, and that would add a lot of value to the resume if you are an active participant. There are several programs by Google itself, like Google Summer of Code, and this year they have Google Girl Script something, like I don't really remember the full name of it, but Google Girl Script something. So yeah, and there are many open source projects that you could participate in. So make sure you mention everything over here, and that's basically it. If you want to do the comparison of both the type of resumes, here what it would look like, right? On the left side we have student or recent graduate template, and on the right side we have experienced industry professional template. So yeah, that's everything that you need to know, and that's everything that you should have in your resume. So that's it for this video. I hope this video was somewhat helpful as always. So if it was, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing the channel if you are new here. And let me know in the comment section below what you think about the video. And if you have any question at all, then you know where to comment, and I will try to respond as quickly as possible. So thank you very much once again, and I will see you soon with the next video.